Welcome to Flow. Let's get started. Today we'll start standing, doing a little bit of shoulder mobility and motion. Start with your left arm. I'm just going to take a few big circles here with your thumb pointing up, and then rotate your shoulder around to bring your thumb pointing down. Give yourself about 5 circles in one direction. Full big circles, the entire time thinking of your shoulder activating down your back. And once you've done your 5, go ahead and take those the other direction. Think of your thumb pointing up towards the ceiling as you go up and around. And imagine that you were doing this up against a wall. So instead of letting your arm kind of go off to this side, just let it go straight up and down. And then after you've done one side, give yourself a few shoulder rolls here, up and down, up and down. And then start on your other side. So your thumb will point up towards the ceiling, and then you rotate around and bring your thumb to point down. Give yourself 5 big circles here. Think of each one getting a little bit bigger. Lift both of your arms up into the air and take a little bit of a back bend here. Interlace your fingers at the base of your spine. Lift your heart up and open. And slowly come out of that. And now interlace your fingers at the base of your skull. Pull your elbows together, pull your chin down towards your chest. And just breathe into this space. Think of creating length and space in the back of your neck. Take a side neck stretch. Bring your right hand to your left ear and tip your right ear over towards your right shoulder. And with your left fingertips, you can pull away. And we'll switch. Left hand comes to right ear, and then again pull away from your right fingertips. And once again, interlace your fingers. Find this back bend once again. Maybe you go just a little bit further back. Think of opening through the front of your throat, through your chest, as you lift your sternum up. And release. Bring your hands again to the base of your skull. Pull your elbows together. Bring your chin down towards your chest and feel that separation between your shoulder blades on your back. And then release. And we take a slow head roll up and over to the right. Think of getting into every little nook and cranny with this head roll, nice and big. And then take this all the way up and around to the left. Your left ear comes towards your left shoulder, full big head roll. Really let your head drop down to the back so you can open through the front of your throat. And then tip your head back, pull your chin down towards your chest, and slowly start to roll yourself forward, slow as you can, to come into a forward fold. You can add a little bit of a bend with your knees. Just really allow yourself to drip down into this forward fold. Then once you're here, separate your feet a little bit to a ragdoll pose. Give your head a little shake, yes and no. You can interlace your elbow to elbow, and that can add just a little bit of additional weight to your torso. If you've got your arms, gently release them, bring your hands down, and now step your left leg far back behind you into a low lunge position. Bring your gaze forward. Breathe into the front of your left hip flexor. We're going to start to add a little bit of motion into this. Take a little bend of your back knee and reach your sternum forward on an inhale. Then exhale, straighten through your front knee, lift your back heel into a modified pyramid. So it's a little bit wider than a regular pyramid, and just keep this going with your breath. So every exhale, you find this wide pyramid, and every inhale, you come back into your lunge position. Do this about 5 times with your breath. Maybe find a little more movement through your spine. And then hold for a moment in this big wide pyramid pose. And just breathe into your hamstring. Slowly come back down towards your lunge and reach your right leg up into the air for a 3-legged dog. Bend your top knee, open your hips, scorpion dog. Press evenly into both of your hands. And then extend your leg and bring yourself back down to your downward facing dog. Ripple forward into a high plank. Bring your shoulders right on top of your wrists. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Energize through your heels. Make sure you're not sagging into your lower back, but you're really supporting yourself with your abdominals, with your core. Continue to breathe. Imagine that your neck could get longer. And now lift your left foot up off the ground, reach your right fingertips forward. Now this is meant to be challenging. We're only here for about 3 seconds. Find that pull of your front fingertips away from your back toes, and we'll switch sides. So your opposite leg will come up, fingertips reach forward. Again, this is meant to be challenging. Really plug your bottom supporting hand down into the mat. And press yourself back up to your downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward to your forward fold. Bring your feet together and squat yourself all the way down for a squat and curl. You can lift your heels high up off the ground. Try to attach your forehead to your knees and really round through your upper back. This is a great stretch for your feet, for your upper back, for your lower back, for your neck. Let your heels come down if you can. Maybe get a little more stretch, deeper stretch into your Achilles. From here, we move on to the other side. So step your right foot back, your left leg is in front in this low lunge position. Just give yourself a few moments of breath here. Feel the length through the front of your right hip flexor. And we'll start to move through this sequence of coming into that wide-legged pyramid. So when you inhale, look forward, take a little bit of a bend of your back knee, and on your exhale, straighten through your front leg for a wide-legged pyramid pose. Keep your back heel lifted. Just start to move through this with breath. You can go as quickly or slowly as feels good in your body. Bring your heart space forward when you come into your lunge, and then find that contracted position when you bring yourself down. Take about 5 times doing this with your breath. Go again as quickly or slowly as you want. Find a little more motion through your spine. And find yourself in this wide-legged pyramid and give yourself a few breaths here. Think of rolling your left hip back. Let your torso become a little heavier. And now bend into your front knee. 3-legged dog, reach your left leg up into the air. And then scorpion your dog, bend your knee, open your hip. Plant evenly into both of your palms into the ground. And then slowly bring yourself back to a downward facing dog. Ripple yourself forward again into your high plank position, shoulders on top of wrists. We're gonna take this, once again, this little balance challenge. So reach one leg up and lift the opposite hand forward. And now try to pull your elbow to your knee and then extend. We take that 2 more times, elbow to knee. And last one, elbow to knee. And extend, maybe try to hold for a second, and then we'll take the other side. Switch hands, switch feet, elbow to knee. And again, this is meant to be challenging, so if you fall out of it, no big deal, just try to get back into it. And then when you've done your 3, find a plank, and then move to your downward facing dog. And walk your feet all the way up towards your hands. Bend your knees a lot here once again. Just find that release through your upper torso. And we slowly, slowly start to roll up. Think of moving from lower back to middle back to upper back. Lift your shoulders. Lift your chin. And your gaze is the last thing to arrive forward. And once you get there, give yourself a few big shoulder rolls, shoulders up and down. Release some of that tension. And that's your flow.